Welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. I hope the road noise isn't too terribly awful because I did not have my microphones with me. So there's that. I'll talk loud. I am on my way to Tupelo to pick up some feed. The feed store in town lately has been out of like everything I need, and so I'm headed to Tupelo for that, which is not ideal today because I don't really feel like driving to Tupelo. I don't really want to go to Tupelo, but I have to go to Tupelo to get the stuff I need. So there's that. It is what it is, right? We got the new lambs the other day, and she has started giving them teff grass pellets to help when people get lambs to help transition them. And that's what she's using too when she's got them like in the lot for when she was like weaning and things like that. So she gave me some to get me started, but I'm out now, so I've got to go get some more. And it's not something that's like super stocked nearby, so got to go to Tupelo and hope that they have it. I tried calling Scruggs, but I couldn't get anybody on the phone. I did check Tractor Supply, and they say that they have it online. So worst case, if Scruggs doesn't have it, I know that they have the chicken feed that I need. I'll at least get that there, and then I'll have to go over to Tractor Supply. And then I probably need to run by the grocery store because Mike and Frankie, while I was gone, they didn't really do a lot of shopping or cooking. So there's not much in the house right now that is not something that we haven't like canned. So I'm gonna go maybe do a little damage at the grocery store and pick up a couple things, and then my plan is to head home and get a little bit of cleanup done in my garden beds, basically my garden beds in front of the porch. There's some vines that have kind of taken over, and there's a couple saplings that have sprouted up, and just some things that I want to kind of, get done and clean up a little bit in there. So I'm hoping to be able to get that done when I get back. I don't have to make dinner tonight because I did cook the last 2 nights and there's leftovers, and Frankie doesn't even get home tonight until like I think 8 o'clock. Well, no, it'll be after 8 o'clock because she's got a long practice because they've got their first home game Friday, and I've got to work the concession stand, which I'm not excited about. The concession stand is kind of a nightmare and apparently I have to work a shift, and I don't like chaos, and it's very chaotic back there, and that is not conducive to my well-being or usually people's well-being around me either. Well, we're going to make it work. I think I'm just going to be working the front counter, I hope, which means I'll just be dealing with the money and the people, and I won't have to try to like cook stuff or deal with the chaos back there. So hopefully I can make that work all right. But it's a bummer because I'm going to miss her performance because I'll be back in the concession stand working. So I won't get to see her first performance at the home game. It is what it is. I guess I'll see it at the next home game, which I think is the following week, or not the following week. I think it's in like 2 or 3 weeks. That's right. It's in like 2 or 3 weeks. There's another home game, and that one I'll be able to be sat for and watch. So hopefully. I just want to try to get a few more things done. I did a deep clean of the house when I got back on Sunday, after we got back from picking up the lambs. And, I was gone for a week. I had cleaned the house before I left, and they tried while I was gone, but it was not up to my standards, so it needed a good scrub down. So I did a good top to bottom scrub, and in fact I'm washing like a lot of the pillowcase covers like for the couch, and I washed my fall ones again. I had put them away clean, but I don't know, they smelled funky when I pulled them out of the cupboard. So anyway, I'm rewashing those so that I can put my fall decorative pillows out because it's about that time, and get that done. And then try to just sort of clean up that garden bed out front that I've been meaning to get to for the last couple of weeks, but with getting ready to leave for California and then being gone for a week, and then they had a little bout of rain while I was gone, so everything just kind of all the weeds sort of sprouted. So I've definitely got some maintenance to do in the front of the house for all of that. But I'm hoping it shouldn't take me too long because it's not that bad. So I'm hoping that I can get it done this evening before, and everything's falling in my truck, just everything. My reading glasses that I keep in the truck. There we go. Just everything, just a hot mess. So I'm hoping that I can kind of get that done today as well. And then, you know, call it a day. And in between, I'm filming what I'm doing. I'm filming my run to the store today to get the stuff, and then I'm going to be filming working in the garden a little bit today. I have made progress with Moses, our new ram. He's let me pet him quite a bit. He's, you know, a little leery, but you know, he's not quite coming when I call him yet. The girls are still real leery of me. I don't know why the girls are always more skittish than the boys, it seems, but I don't know. But I'm hoping I can get them tamed up sooner rather than later. I think we'll be good. But so far, everybody's doing really well. One lamb did get out the second day, and it was weird because the way our property is, sometimes if you're on the front porch, like the goats or, you know, the animals in the back pasture kind of echo up the front. But I thought, man, this really sounds like this lamb is close. And I was looking at something on my phone, drinking my coffee on the porch with Bunko, and I put my glasses back on because it looked like the Great Pyrenees from across the street was just in the horse pasture. But I'm like, that sounds like a sheep. And sure enough, I put my glasses on, I was like, oh, that's a sheep. That's not great. So I went over there with some feed to try to lure it, and that wasn't working because she was too freaked out. And she had just squeezed past, like, she's big, but she like pushed herself through, and I don't know what happened, obviously, because I didn't see it. Something spooked her, and she got through. Basically, she knocked down the electric line and then like got through the other fence line in this one corner. So Mike fixed that and put it back once we got her back in. But I basically, for like an hour, was kind of just keeping an eye on her. I got Mike to come help me, but it took a while just to kind of, like, I just started kind of calling her in, like doing my sheep impression, and she would call back, and then she'd get closer, and then she'd call back, and then she'd get closer, and eventually got her up to where the pens are so she could see the other animals, and eventually got her back in, and so far so good. She has not gotten back out again. I did separate the dogs, so I've got Tashka in with Mo and the goats, and I've got Kusi in with the girls. She gets a little bit excited, and I did tie them up for a while when I introduced them all to the new lambs. But Tashka, sometimes it's like she's got the memory of a goldfish. I think if she thinks you're new, she wants to play a little too much, when of course that spooked the lamb, and I have a feeling that's why the lamb ended up out of the pen. I have no proof of this, it's just my gut instinct. So anyway, so I moved her, and so far much better. And she's been in that upper pen before. She was in there with Sai, so it's not like totally out of her routine, and so she's kind of been fine with it. And Kusi, of course, is doing really well with all the ewes down there. So far so good. Everybody's doing well. Can't complain on that front. But yeah, just trying to kind of get back into the swing of things, get some things done around the house, get some stuff done. I'm hoping we'll be able to work on a few things this weekend that we can film that need to get done, that are kind of have been on our list of things to do, but other things have taken precedent, like, you know, he had stuff he had to do in the garden, or I needed to process birds or whatever. So hopefully we can kind of get something substantial done this weekend. Not that those things aren't important and substantial, but you know, it's like when you do one thing, you feel guilty because you're not doing the other thing, and vice versa. So, you know, I think that's kind of where my brain's at right now, especially because I was just gone for a while. So anyway, hopefully at least get that one project done outside today when I get back, and I should have enough daylight. It's like 3:15 now, So hopefully by the time I get back, get everything kind of unloaded, I can rip into the garden beds a little bit and tackle some of the weeds and kind of go from there. That's what my hope is. And as you guys are seeing this, we will be going live tonight on Wednesday. I'm actually filming this on Tuesday, but we will be going live on Wednesday. I know we haven't gone live the last 2 weeks. One was because it was the night before I was going to be leaving, and it was a struggle bus for me to get everything that I needed to get done, including the video that I was putting out for you guys. And then last week I wasn't in town, and so I knew there, Mike wasn't going to do a live. So anyway, so my apologies, guys, and we will do a live tonight on 3 Mississippi. Tell you guys a little bit about my trip and what's been going on, and kind of fill y'all in. But that's it. That's what's happening today. So that's my adventure for today. I hope you guys are doing well, and as always, stay blessed, and remember, safety's off.